Hi, Jesse here from Jesse Lee Woodworking, and today is another day. I'm not sure how great it's going to be, but today's a new day and a new project. So behind me is the side of my house. I've had some carpenter issues lately, and I really need to address this. It's likely turning into more than I really want, but I have to take care of this because much like in my old barn video, if you don't take care of it now, it's only gonna get worse. So I can't ignore it. So on the side of my house here, just below the window trim in the corner over there, there's two little holes. Those two little holes are where the carpenter ants have been coming in. And I don't know the extent of the damage, but I need to get behind this siding. Now this house is about 50 plus years old now. So old style building, no home wrap, just wood on wood. And so I don't know how bad it's going to be. I'm praying that it's better than I think it is. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this in sections. This is a one-man show, so I'm going to do this in something that I can do hopefully in a day. So first thing I'm going to do is remove the siding basically from my slider over here to this bay window up above where the trim is, and take everything off, get an analysis. Hopefully it's just the exterior trim and they're making their way through the plywood. That's my assumption and that's what I'm going with. But until I get this open, I'm not really sure how it's gonna look. But once I get this all off, then I'm gonna start with reframing the window, sealing it up, putting new home wrap in, and putting new clapboards down. So this is going to be hopefully an interesting project, but also something I know how to do. So I feel really comfortable doing it. I got all my materials and I'm ready to start going. So let's see how this project turns out. All right, so I'm playing a little bit of catch up here because, well, I had some hands in here and it was really kind of up against the clock. So I have a giant fast forward here to me actually putting siding on, but I wanted to catch up the spot that I missed, which is basically once I pulled all of this siding off, my sheathing now is exposed, and then I can kind of see where there's any damage, any rot that I wanted to replace or fix. So here's an example of the OSB that was behind my original siding, and you can see here all of this white stuff. This is actually carpenter ants. That's them working their way through where the spots that got wet, and then they were wiggling their way through and literally just turning into dust. So I did the right thing by taking the siding off and seeing everything that's under it completely. So what I did is for these spots that had all of this white stuff, I took a slightly larger area, I cut that out and replaced it with brand new sheathing, some OSB, and that's going to hold up a ton better. Then after that, I flashed all of my windows. These are the window that's behind me in this corner right here is actually a new construction window. So it has nice flashing on the outside already. So all it didn't have was any flashing on top of it. So I went around with zip tape, I squared that off, and then on this particular corner where it has a miter into my bay window, this was originally butted up right up against it with the siding, and that was a problem because all of the water that would come down from this corner would seep down into this corner, and that was really starting to rot out the wood. And not only that, it was also starting to make my sill underneath wet, which was also a problem because ants were crawling up and underneath the siding. Now I would have liked to have put a piece of actual trim underneath here, this white PVC trim, but because of the way that the house is detailed, I didn't want to change it. And then what I did was I remitered this corner with some new PVC, which is a much better detail. Plus it provides me with a lot less opportunity for water to enter. And then what I did was I caulked the back side of this, and eventually I'm going to caulk this seam here. And well, It's gonna look pretty awesome, especially compared to what it used to. So now that I have basically that corner done, I'll show you how we did the rest. So catching up on my bulkhead. Now, this I repaired a long time ago because this had no flashing, no nothing. And so like 2 years ago, I went over and I put new aluminum flashing on this top flange because it started to rot. I riveted it down, put silicone on it. It did a really good job. But at the time, my siding was still on and I didn't have a chance to really put a nice drip edge on here. And so now that I had this off, what I did was I ran some flashing right underneath now the siding, which is perfect because now I have a place for water to go instead of sitting on top of my bulkhead and rotting it out over time. And I also have gutters now, so this is really just the side that's going to be underneath the window. But what I did, if you can see the detail here, is on top of putting the zip tape flashing on the back, which runs out the bottom over here, then on top of that I have this standard drip edge which runs the entire length, and it's actually sloped down into that corner so that it'll run out the edge of that flashing. And then on this edge I have just a lip and flashing that runs down. I'm gonna clean this up to make this look a little bit more professional, but this was just so I can get my starter strips going up. Now over here on this side where my door jamb is, and on this side, this actually goes behind my railing on my deck. And honestly, I'm not ready to rip my deck apart, nor am I ready to rip my railing apart. But at some point here this summer, I am going to be replacing my slider. So all I'm doing right now is giving myself enough siding that goes up against here so that when I cut this all out, I'll be able to put a nice wide piece of trim in there and butt right up nicely to the siding that I have that tucks behind there. So I'm not worried about that too much, as long as I can get it generally sealed up in a way that's somewhat temporary but also keeps water from coming in. I'm super happy. So behind me is the window. Now the window, I will show you how I do the details for putting together the PVC trim. Like I said, I just didn't have the time to do it on this one, but I really wanted my house to have this craftsman style design, a little bit traditional but with the modern touch for the PVC. And so what I basically came up was this detail. So on top is a 3/4 inch thickness piece of trim that sticks out, and it goes out just a little bit more on each side, about 3/4 of an inch, followed by a nice thick detail on top of the window casing. And then both of the vertical both of the horizontal vertical rails that go on the side here are all rabbeted up in the top and in the bottom, so, and pocket screwed together and glued. So this will have a really nice tight fit. And then down here I have the sill plate that comes out, plus a nice thick piece that runs underneath. And the nice part of where this siding falls is it falls right along the bottom edge of the trim, which was the idea. And now I'm actually at the easiest part, which is basically just putting these smaller pieces. I had to do some detail down there with my faucet as well as my internet cable that came out, so that took me a lot longer than I wanted. But right now I am about 80% of the way done. All I had to do was really take my time to make sure I knew exactly how I was going to meet up with that without this looking completely off in the distance. And so now that I have these strips already started and I'm up to the window, now all I have to do is finish it. So I'm right at the end here. Let's get this thing done. All right, so this is now done. It's all been completed. Somehow all those up top met at the top, I really struggled with my siding gun. I bought one on the cheap and it didn't work, so I literally had to hand feed each one in before I hit it, which was a giant pain in the neck. And so before I go any further, I'm most certainly gonna have to get myself a new one. But behind me is the completed project. It's finally done. After I was all done putting up the siding, I went around all of the corners and the sides and hit that with a nice exterior caulk and went through each one. And if you get good at it, you don't have to use your finger. You just take your time and it looks really, really nice. But the window I'm really, really happy with. I'm gonna use this design around the entire house. I have 13 windows, I have 3 doors, and yeah, I got a lot more work to do. But you get the idea, and I'll move on to the next project. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next build.